Shalom Aleichem, Parshas Bamidbar, something uplifting and inspirational and everyday practical life. The pasuk says the following, a cryptic pasuk. Listen to this. It says, "V'itchem yiyu ish lamateh." There should be with you every person a man from his tribe. What's the idea? Says the Oyev Chesed, a beautiful, beautiful idea. Every person has to feel they come from someone important. If you're a daughter of a king, if you're the son of a king, you're a prince, you're a princess, even though you may do things that are not okay sometimes, you say to yourself, I will never drop below a certain standard of my behavior. I will never drop below a certain belief in myself because I know I come from greatness. Says the Oyev Chesed something so beautiful. He says, every Jew has to be miyaches. Every Jew has to relate and feel as if he's coming from Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. Now, that's a beautiful Hasidic idea. How do I know it's real? So listen to this beautiful idea. In the middle of the Tochacha, there's many different psukim, many different verses later on that gives rebuke to the Jewish people. And in the end, it says, I'm going to remember my bris with Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. Hashem says, I'm going to remember them. So the Mefarshim say, what's the connection between Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov and the sins that we're doing, the rebuke that we're getting right now? So the answer is to say, because we are miyuchas, because we are sons and daughters of these great people, the Avos, Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, the sins that we do are even worse. But what you see, that sounds very strong, like, wow, because, your sin's even worse. If I wouldn't come from someone important, I did an Avera, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But now that it comes from somebody important, it's much, no, it doesn't mean that. Listen to what it means. It means that even though 50 generations, so many generations have gone by, and it's so far away from Avraham and from Yitzchak and Yaakov, I'm still considered a child of Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. I'm still uplifted. Now, why is that important? Because when you know that you're an important person, you won't drop below a certain standard. When we forget who we are, that's when we become lowly. That's when we lose our she'ifas, we lose our desires and our dreams. That's when we set goals that are too small. So this pasuk is telling us, you have to know you come from great people, but it goes even further. The rest of the pasuk says, Ish roish leves avoisav hu. Each person has to feel as if he himself is like the avos. Ish roish leves avoisav hu. The pasuk says, every person is the head of his house of his forefathers. He himself is. That means that every person has to say, yes, I come from great yichus, but I also have to make my actions similar to the Avos. And when I do that, I recognize how important I am because I'm a child of Hashem. I'm part of the Jewish people. I have a mission in the world, and everything's going to be different. Rabbi, I wish you the most hatzlacha in finding the greatness of who you are, in not letting the smallness of the Yetzer Hara and the smallness of the moment pull you down. Remember how great you are, and rise up to your greatness. All the best.